Okay, so I finally started attacking some downpipe stuff here today. And what I've started with is removing this skid plate here over the cat back so I could get to those spring bolts there that are on the back of this first cat here. So they're both off, both right there. And this is a bit loose now. We're gonna have to take out the bolts up there, holding that second cat in, if you can see that. And this should have some more room to wiggle out of the cat back, and we can take that section out. What I'm still waiting for is to borrow a grinder from a friend so I can get this heat shield off, because I can't think of any other way to get it off because that back nut is stripped, the last one holding it in. So I think I'm just gonna cut it off and go to Mazda and get a new one. Oh, what the fuck? The donut gasket. We might as well just throw it in now.
Yeah, sure.
Is that the only... What the fuck, dude? So here is the old downpipe and the old cat. Basically, well, it is the most restrictive exhaust part on Mazdaspeed. So if you want your speed louder, then get rid of that shit and put in something like I have, 3-inch catless downpipe. Catted downpipe's fine as well. If you want your car to be fucking hella loud, then get catless. But yeah, basically that shit is restrictive as hell for your car and your exhaust, and that's what makes it quiet. Fuck, it's still tight. What end is up? Yeah. No shaft blade. Put that in the Jeep. Run some boost. Fucking right. Let's go. That came out decent. It didn't take too much. No. Okay, so yesterday was a huge day for working on the speed. Everything actually went really smooth. A buddy of mine came over, Matt, and he helped me out a lot with what I was tackling. We got the heat shield off that was stuck on the old downpipe, and it's right here. Remember I told you guys that I stripped the last bolt on it? We actually had to rip and tear at it until it just ripped around. We took a flathead screwdriver and basically chiseled out around the strip bolt, which eventually ripped off, and we could get to the downpipe. We got the downpipe out actually fairly quick. It wasn't too hard at all to crack those 5 nuts on the downpipe, and it was actually harder wiggling it out than it was to get to those 5 nuts. But we got it out and we got the new downpipe in. The only issue is it doesn't pinch up to the cat back properly. There's still a gap in between there, which has something to do with this small bend in the downpipe itself right there in the piping. So I'll most likely just leave it like that until I can get it to a shop and they can get a lot of heat on it to bend it down a bit so it will match up with the cat back better. But we got the hangers in and everything, and it's up there waiting for the turbo to be installed. And speaking of turbo, we got the old one out, the Sake 04. It came out pretty well. We kept the brace on it instead of undoing it all, which is right here, but this is it. Not as much shaft play as I thought there was going to be initially. There is still some, but it has 100,000 kilometers on it. But that's her right there. That is hopefully the end to my smoking issue, and we'll be throwing this new Cork Sport one in. But I'm still waiting on gaskets. I have downpipe gasket, turbo gasket, and all new studs and all new nuts coming in on Monday, so I have to hold back on installing the new turbo till then. So what I was planning on doing today is tackling the fuel pump possibly. I brought it to work and threw it in the vise and got the new Autotech internals in there. They're all torqued down and ready to go, so this is pretty well ready to go back in the car. And yeah, I think that's what we'll be doing today.